Hello, everyone. Welcome to Start the Conversation by New York City Children's Theater. My name is Miss Caitlyn, and I use she, her pronouns. Today, we're going to have a conversation about something important. That means we're going to talk about something big. Our conversation today is about emergency drills. So, what is an emergency? An emergency is when something serious and sometimes dangerous happens. A drill is a practice round or a rehearsal. So, an emergency drill is when we practice or rehearse what to do in case something serious or dangerous happens. We practice emergency drills to help keep us safe. What are some other things that we do to help keep us safe? Can you think of any examples? Well, some things we do to keep us safe are wear a seatbelt when driving in a car, or wear a helmet when riding a bike or scooter, or even wearing masks to help keep ourselves and others healthy and safe from getting sick. So just like how wearing masks and seatbelts and helmets keeps us safe, practicing emergency drills can help keep us safe too. And just like how we usually don't fall off our bikes or scooters and we don't hit our heads, we still wear our helmets, just in case. Because you never know what can happen. But you do know that you're safer when you wear a helmet. Even though you will probably never have an emergency like the ones you practice for, these drills can help us feel safe and prepared no matter the situation. So just like our helmets, let's practice our emergency drills, just in case. That way, if something were to happen, we can be more prepared and a little less scared. I've noticed lately that there have been a lot of stories on the news about people with guns hurting other people. Some of these stories have even been about schools. Have you noticed that too? When we hear about bad things happening at school, it's very normal to feel scared and sad, confused, or even angry. How has hearing about these things made you feel? Thank you for sharing. I know I have felt all of those things too. It's important to know that school shootings are actually very rare. That means something like that will probably never happen at your school. This can be hard to remember when you hear about really scary things happening, but try and remember that right now, you're safe. In your community, school staff like your teachers, principals, custodians, office staff, and security officers are all working to keep you safe. Rules like no running in the hallway or having to check in at the front desk when you get to school are all things that help keep us safe. What are some other ways that your school keeps you safe? You can always talk with your teacher and your adults at home about the specific ways that your school keeps you safe. I know that one way that your school keeps you safe is by practicing emergency drills, like fire drills and lockdown drills. Do these sound familiar? Can you raise your hand if you've done a fire drill before? Great. Lockdown drills might be a bit more new, so raise your hand if you've done a lockdown drill before. Great. Well, fire drills are when we practice what to do in case of a fire. And lockdown drills are when we practice what to do in case there is a potential danger to our school community. That could mean that there's someone with a weapon, but it could also mean that a dog got onto campus and adults are worried that it might bite a student. Lockdown drills can be used for lots of different emergencies. It doesn't always mean that there's someone trying to hurt people. Both fire drills and lockdown drills are practiced to help keep everyone at school safe and make it possible for emergency services like firefighters and paramedics to do their job in the case of an emergency. Thank you for starting a conversation about emergency drills with me today. In our next video, we will talk more about what to expect when you practice emergency drills. But before we go, let's all take a few deep breaths together. Breath helps our bodies feel ready for whatever comes next. So place a hand on your belly and take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And once more, in through your nose and out through your mouth. If you have any questions or are feeling worried about anything we talked about today, make sure to check in with a trusted adult like your teacher, school counselor, caregiver, or parent. They're there to help. Thank you for watching, and see you next time for another conversation.